channel, and today I am super excited because I'm going to teach you guys how to make some real good food on a budget. So let's get started. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to be teaching you guys is how to make a wonderful tasting milkshake. So all you're going to be needing is a water bottle, some milk, some ice, and this handy dandy strainer. Preferably a smaller one so it fits inside your glass. So first of all, you're probably thinking like, why are you using a water bottle instead of a blender? Well, hear me out. So what you gotta do first, take that milk and you want to pour it right into this nice water bottle. Make sure it's clean because we don't want any coronavirus up in here. Next, you're gonna take your ice. Make sure you don't go to spill it. I'm just gonna do this by hand because I don't want to make a big mess because that requires cleaning up. And I don't like to do any cleaning up. And that's part of the reason why I don't use a blender, because if you use a blender, you're going to have to clean it up afterwards. And it's just too much work. And also blenders are kind of expensive. So if you don't have a blender, you can just use this instead. You can also add vanilla if you want to, but I ran out of any, so milk would just be fine for me. I'm just going to be putting this much ice, and this is what it looks like inside. Nice and amazing. You're just going to take this lid. Make sure you get a water bottle with a lid, and that is a tight seal so it doesn't go flying everywhere. So it's nice and tight. And now you just shake, 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 shake. Use your handy skills. So that should be good enough. Because while we're shaking it is because, you know, after you blend stuff, you want to get that nice foamy effect. I think that should be fine. You see all that foam? That's exactly what we're looking for. You can leave the ice in if you want to, but preferably, I don't really like the ice that much because I'm kind of a cold person. I just prefer having the milk. So you take your strainer and you're just gonna strain it. And once it gets kind of full, shake, shake, shake. This is so nice for me. Look, this just looks exactly like vanilla bean. You can see how it looks. This is so nice and smooth. And it's just like an organic looking nice fresh milk. And there you have it, a milkshake. Do you ever want a hot dog so badly but you don't even have the ingredients to make it? Well, here's how. For this recipe, all you're going to be needing is some ketchup, some mustard, bread, and any kind of meat that you like. I was going to use some ham, but recently ran out, so I'm just going to be using the salami. This is how to make it. So you can use any kind of bread that you want. Personally, I only eat white bread because apparently it's healthier. Anyways, we're only going to be needing one because we're going to be folding it in half, but this is how I like to do it, Mommabu's way. So this, we're only going to use a little bit of ketchup because we're too cheap to waste it all. So we're just going to shake, shake, shake. Just squirt it just a little bit. And if you guys don't like ketchup or mustard, you really don't have to use either. You can honestly just use meat and it'll be just as good. So now you're just gonna smooth it on. Ooh, I'm kind of smelling it. Can't waste that. Perfect. Now I'm gonna take my handy dandy mustard. I love mustard so much. Now we're just gonna squirt just a little bit. Oh, that's a little wet. Shake, shake, shake. Ooh. And smooth it all around. Now take your little salami pieces that we have here. And remember, you can use any kind of meat you want. Okay, and that's all I'm going to be needing. And I'm just going to top it off with a little bit more mustard because personally, I'm a big fan of mustard. Now, I'm just going to fold it in here. And, so delicious. Alright guys, I love this recipe so much and it works amazingly. And the only ingredient that you need is a cup and a popsicle, and you can get this at pretty much any Mexican store. It is so good, and here's what I like to do with them. Yes, you're probably thinking like, this is a popsicle, what could you possibly do with it? Well, I don't know about you, but I love juice so much, but it's honestly pretty expensive. So what I like to do is you can get a pack of 20 for only $1, and you can let these melt and they turn into such amazing juice. So you just karate chop it. Ready, jump it. Man, that's pretty cold. Okay, I'm back with a popsicle. I'm going to need this cutting board because it is getting everywhere. You just cut this right in half, and what I like to do is just face it down like this, and then all the juice will eventually come out, and it is so delicious. I really recommend trying this. Every time you go to a party, you should always bring some food because it's just a nice thing to do, but you know, sometimes that can be expensive over time when you go to lots of parties like me. So what I like to do is I actually like to make appetizers, and a lot of people make cheese platters, but what I do is I make some real good apple platter, and this is how you make it. So when you make an apple platter, you know, some people may not like peanut butter or something like that. So it's just really good to have a variety of things, you know, have some cheese and stuff like that. I don't want to use the biggest apple because I don't want to waste it. So what I like to do is choose the smallest one, and this is the smallest one I have right now. The goal is to cut it really thinly because you want to make it look like you pick a really nice big apple. So this is how thinly I did it. Oh, and I also washed it, so make sure you wash it before. So this is one slice, and people will think you have such a big plate. So you just want to, you know, spread it throughout. You know, just cut it so thinly. So I'm just gonna cut 3, actually I need to cut 4 because I'm just gonna show you the 4 different ones I like to do. So as you can see, cut it really thinly. For the peanut butter one, you just want to make sure you cover the whole apple because after a while, apples can get kind of brown and disgusting. So I like to use a lot. So you just want to cover the whole thing. You won't even know it's ugly and, you know, all brown and disgusting. Look at how delicious this looks. And you gotta use a different knife for everyone because maybe somebody's allergic to peanut butter and we're not trying to kill anybody. So got some Nutella. I really like Nutella, so I'm just gonna use a little bit because I don't want to waste all of it. Man, this Nutella is not sticky. But it just looks so nice, fresh. And this one's actually personally my favorite, the tahini one, because it is so good with lime and everything. And my cousin actually really loves cheese apples, so I just always give this an option. Definitely not one of my favorites, but I'll just put 2 cheese. And that is how you make an apple platter. If you love shaved ice like I do, then you'll definitely love this recipe. And all you need is some ice and a grater and some apple juice or any kind of juice that you like. Basically, you're gonna take your ice, and if you don't have a crushed ice maker, then what you can do is actually just grate it, and it works super good. You see this, guys? And I'll be back when I'm finished. No camera. Alright, so I finally grated my ice, and it looks so nice and smooth, and it actually took a while, but I'm glad I was able to do it by hand because it just really makes me appreciate it more. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my juice and take out the straw. Okay, all you got to do is just squirt it. And this is apple juice. It's going to take a while to squirt it out. You see, nice and yummy. It looks just like shaved ice. That looks like it should be enough. And yummy! I don't know about you, but sometimes I just crave a real nice warm loaf of bread with some nice butter on it. But I don't have any bread. You know, if you're a Mexican, you always have tortillas in your house, so this is going to be really good for those Mexicans. This basically tastes the same as bread, but I don't know, you can eat it by yourself, but it's not that good. So what I like to do is heat it up so it's nice and warm, and when you put the butter on it, it is melted. Let's heat it up. You know it's ready when it starts like at some nice brown spots. Nice and crispy. So now it's nice and warm. We're gonna get a knife. See how it's nice and warm and it just glides everywhere? That's what we want. And it's preferably better if you do the one with the salty butter because then it gets a little bit of that salt flavor. Roll it up. Delicious. Don't you just hate when your spaghetti gets all nice and crusty and then you don't have any more spaghetti sauce on them? Well, I got your back. I recently just found out that ketchup is made out of tomato sauce, so it's basically the same thing as spaghetti sauce. All you gotta do is just squirt a little bit in here and mix it all nice up. And then all you gotta do is heat it up, and it's basically the same thing as spaghetti sauce. And it also works if you're cooking spaghetti, and if you don't have any spaghetti sauce, then you can always just use this as a substitute. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like these, then definitely go check out my channel below, and hopefully see you next time. Bye!